All right. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. And I want to thank you guys for being here today because, today is a very special day. And we're honored and excited to have Mike Pouncey with us today. Mike has signed a one-day contract and has officially now retired as a Miami Dolphin. So welcome, welcome, welcome. As you can see, already got him in a jacket.
Already got more.
When I think about Mike and his days here, Mike was not only a great player, Mike was also a great community activist. And he exemplified leadership at his greatest. When you think of his career and you think of the offensive line and what he did to lead that group of men, as each and every week offensively we were extremely competitive. He was that leader. And, the way he prepared, the way he helped the South Florida community, all that was what Mike Pouncey was to South Florida, and it's so good to have him back. He was drafted in 2011 as the 15th overall pick out of the University of Florida. All right. And played 7 seasons with the Dolphins, starting 93 games from 2011 through 2017. During that time, he was a 3-time Pro Bowler, 2013, 2014, 2015. He's the only Dolphin offensive lineman to ever be selected to the Pro Bowl at 2 different positions. And he showed us that at Florida when he played defense and offense. But he, in 2013, 2015, he was a center. Pro Bowl selection, and 2014 at guard. So when you think of Mike Pouncey's career and what he was able to accomplish here, there's greatness. The only other offensive lineman to ever be selected to 3 Pro Bowls continuously was Keith Sims. So think about that. Mike was also a 2-time winner of the team's Don Shula Leadership Award, voted on by his teammates. And he finished his career with the Chargers, playing 2 seasons, 2018 and 19, and earning another Pro Bowl. He's joined today by his family, including his brother Marquise, who was also a great player in the NFL for the Pittsburgh Steelers. As Senior Vice President of Alumni Relations, on behalf of the organization, it is my honor to welcome Mike Pouncey to the lifelong fraternity of the Dolphins alumni. Mike, you are now officially a Miami Dolphin again for life. Welcome back, brother. Come on up.
What's going on, guys? How you guys been? Y'all like me better like this or the old Pouncey? Which one? The old Pouncey got you paid a lot more, gave you more to talk about. Yeah, I'm excited to be back, man. I've waited for this day for the last 2 years, just because the Dolphins just meant so much to me and my family. And for my son to be at this age now, and to be able to see it and be able to appreciate it a little bit more, because he was so young whenever I was playing here. But I told him, I said, this is something you got to work for. To be able to come back and be able to be wanted, be able to to a place that gave so much to you and changed your life. I'm glad he'd be able to see it. But I brought my family here today, my brother. Obviously, without him, none of this is even possible. But happy to be back. I know this is 2 years past retirement, but to be able to say I'm retired as a Miami Dolphin is one of the greatest achievements of my life. So.
When that's going through your list of accomplishments in your career, what's going through your mind there?
It blows my mind. Like I still to this day, me and my brother laugh about it. Like to be able to have the money that we have, to have all the accolades that we've accomplished. Like how did 2 kids from Lakeland do that? Hard work, I guess.
Mike, how much does this day mean to you? Because I recall when you got that contract extension in 2015, and you were saying you wanted to retire as a Miami Dolphin, and now you are. What does this mean to you?
It means the world. Like I always said, I was going to be a Dolphin for life, and I meant that. And I waited around for 2 years to be able to come up here and retire a Dolphin, and to finally say I'm retired a Miami Dolphin. It's just awesome. I can't wait till we, get to celebrate today.
How much have you been in touch with the organization over the last few years, and how much more do you think you will now?
A bunch, yeah. I was in touch with them a bunch even when I was playing with the Chargers. You know, I still had a bunch of friends that worked here. I still knew all the ownership and you know, a lot of the scouts and stuff. So relationship's always been there. Since I've been retired, I've done different events like we did the cycling challenge. Me and my brother did one year, but we stayed involved. But you know, now that I'm back here and it's whatever volume they want me around, I'll be around. You know, I came down for a couple weeks during the season whenever Coach Flores was here and helped with the offensive line, but. Whenever I'm here, I'm retired. Me and my brother, we just own a liqueur company now called JF Hayden's. And other than that, my phone's always open for the Dolphins.
So you're local then?
Yeah, we stay in Fort Lauderdale. Yep.
Mike, you made the Pro Bowl as a Dolphin for a number of years, and then along the way, they tap you on the shoulder and they say, "Yeah, you're not a center, you're a guard now." What do you remember about that year that you played guard?
It's hard getting out of bed. I ain't gonna lie to you. Guard's one of the toughest positions in the NFL. But you know, I was used to it. It was my natural position. I had played it so much throughout my career, especially in college, and was very successful at it. So to move over was just easy. And at that time, Samson Satelli was back around. He was a good friend of mine, and I had no problem moving over. But the Pro Bowls here, they were a lot tougher than the one in California when Phillip Rivers was slinging that thing around. It felt like sometimes you didn't have to touch anybody. But that Pro Bowl there, I know that's a part of the resume. But you know, a lot of times comes off team success.
What position would you play now at your new weight?
Which one ain't getting in the game? That's the only one I could play. But I mean, the only position I know is how to play offensive line, you know what I'm saying? So if I were to ever play again, it'd be that position. But I don't see me ever going back on the football field. I run routes for my son now. He plays quarterback, so I enjoy that more than anything.
Mike, I wanted to actually ask you about the weight loss. What motivated it, and how much better do you feel now?
Man, I feel awesome. You know what it was, man, me and my brother, we retired at the same time. And a lot of times whenever, you know, you get so used to being in a routine, we just challenge ourselves. Just like, all right, let's drop this weight and see how fast we can do it. And you know, I've had him by my side throughout my career and even post-career, and, you know, he makes it easy. But the process for us was just stop eating like linemen. And we stopped eating all the carbs. We stopped eating 6-7 times a day, and we just, yeah. And honestly, everyone's like, they ask us all the time, like, how do you guys eat? I say, like rabbits. He say, well, what do you mean? I say, what's the difference? I say, well, back when we was playing, we ate like pigs. So, I mean, that's the only difference I can explain it.
Mike, how much you lost?
We lost 70 pounds. So now I weigh about 228 pounds. And, you know, I was playing, I was 303 pounds around that weight. But a lot of weight in a year.
Mike, you said your phone's always going to be on at the Dolphins. Do you think you'll ever have another future in football, maybe coaching or something else?
1,000%. I'm just waiting for my son to get to high school. Right now, I'm just enjoying his little league process. But as soon as he goes out to high school, I'll start my coaching career.
Mike, have you thought about the honor roll, the Dolphins honor roll, or, you know, be up in the stadium? Have those thoughts gone through your head?
I mean, those were thoughts I had whenever I was playing, you know. Right now, it's just more of, man, if that ever happened, I'd just be appreciative, just like I am today, to be able to come back and sign a one-day contract. But you know, that's just part of just time passing. And for me, you know, whatever comes with it, comes with it. But it's not something I'm going to ask for. If it happens, it happens.
And Mike, you've got an interesting legacy here through the years. How do you remember it, and how do you want to be remembered as a Miami Dolphin?
I just want to be remembered as not a, you know, announcer. As just a guy that was here, that gave everything he had, was a leader, was respected and loved by his teammates and you know, the community. And outside of that, I mean, the rest of it was on tape. You just cut the tape on it to show you how it was as a football player. Even my little niece knows.
Mike, you know, it seems like the Dolphins are often in that stage of having to rebuild the offensive line. It's a tricky position to nail down, obviously. When you look at the line that they have now, what do you see?
I love the offensive line. Armstead was a big-time pickup for offensive line. He's really helped those young guys come along. But that's a part of going through the NFL. A lot of times in our era, whenever you was drafted, you were expected to play right away. And now times they give guys a little leeway to develop guys because of, you know, I think coaching sometimes has been, you know, dumbed down a little bit in college football to where guys don't develop as fast as they used to because the process is a little bit different, the mindset's a little different. And, you know, outside of that, it's pretty much how I feel about it, you know.
Any thoughts on Connor Williams? Came here, he was a guard.
I think he did a real good job. I watched him all year long. I think he made the transition over to center, made it really smooth. But when you're playing guard, you know, so a lot easier to make that transition from guard over to center because, you know, a lot of times at centers you're helping out instead of, you know, a lot of one-on-one blocks.
Mike, tell us about the business.
Oh, the business is doing awesome, man. I'm glad you asked. Thank God. You know what I mean, I ain't talked about football in years. Other than Little League football down here, so I ain't talked about football. But no, the business is doing awesome, man. We've been very, very thankful, grateful for, you know, Buzzy, you know, giving us the opportunity to be a part of this company. But we own a liqueur company, and the best thing our pitch and sales about our company is that every other liqueur is made in Europe and other countries. You know, we're the only American-made liqueur company, and it's done really well for us. We have 4 different flavors: espresso, mango, citrus, and now the lychee. But they do really, really well. And we own a distillery down in Alapata. It's 5 blocks outside of Wynwood, and it's been doing really, really well. But that part of what we're doing now is just a little bit of piece of what we've done over our careers. Me and my brother own a bunch of real estate throughout Columbus, Ohio. You know, we even we hate to say it sometimes, we own a hotel, a bunch of different stuff that we got going on. But been very, very successful outside of football, and that was one of our things, is that we wanted to be more than just an athlete. It was like, man, we've done so much as football players, and to say that we're retired at 30 years old just sounds ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So now it's just time to prove ourselves as business entrepreneurs.
And you guys are so personable, you and Marquise. Why don't you have a podcast or anything?
Yo, great.
Everyone always asks us, like, yeah. So we do a lot of, we just go on a lot of different ones and we speak our mind a lot, but we did the pivot when everyone's like, they ask us, like, why don't you guys start your own? Because we don't have the time to build the content. You know, he has 3 daughters, and you know how that is. With 1 daughter, it's a mess. But you got 3, and all of them are under 11 years old. And so, you know, I have a teenage daughter now that's 15 years old, and, you know, we had kids so young that when we was in our playing careers, we missed out on a lot of their, you know, younger days. And so now we're just playing catch up with it. And honestly, why we're just very thankful that we have all of our real estate stuff and stuff that brings us in a lot of income that we can just be able to, you know, give our time to our family.
How do you feel like you grew as a person during your time in Miami? We always enjoyed your candor.
If I thought how I thought now, I'd still be with the Dolphins. And that's part of just growth, man. I swear I look back at it like, dang, man, like if I was just a little bit more mature when I was playing. But man, that's part of what makes you a good player, is that the edge that you bring. And you know, so I have no regret over what I did here, and very proud of my career that I had here. And obviously now just trying to be looked at in a different light, you know, in the business world. And it's been awesome. We've enjoyed the retirement life so far.
Anything you maybe miss from the game?
I just miss, you know, just not even that I still have all my friends, so it ain't that. It's just more just that routine of, you know, doing something collectively with people. And you know, I miss being in the locker room. Other than that, I don't miss going to practice. I don't miss showing up to game day. It's too much anxiety, you know what I'm saying? I love football. Like I'm telling my son now, we're riding to football games. I'm like, why the hell am I nervous? Like I'm like, man. But that's just part of just me, just my makeup. And you know, I try and teach him the same thing. So hopefully one day he's standing up here, you know, whatever team it may be, and giving a speech.
A lot of change around this organization. What do you think about this new facility here?
Man, the facility's been awesome, man. I mean, just to see it here, to see the old facilities that we have behind Nova over there in Davie, man, they could put 6 of those inside of here. And, you know, it just goes a testament of what, you know, Mr. Ross wants to see this organization win, and he wants it to be seen as one of the top, you know, teams in the NFL, and he's done a really, really good job. What I will say is that Coach McDaniels brought back excitement to the Dolphins. I mean, I was tailgating in the parking lot. I was doing it all. I was a real fan, and so we're excited for this year because we're going to be around a lot more, but excited for the direction of the football team.
Like I imagine your paths crossed quite frequently with Jason Jenkins with your community work down here. I was curious about your relationship with him.
Yeah, man, I hate you brought it. But, you know, Jason was awesome, and I always promised him one day that. Damn. Jason was a good man, and I wish he was here today with us. Yeah.
Like, anything planned with the Dolphins in the next, say, few weeks, appearances or anything like that?
Yeah. So Tom got us in connect with some people at the Hard Rock, so we'll have our liqueur in the Hard Rock here soon, throughout a couple different spots in there. But outside of that, hopefully we can do the draft day party down there this year and use that venue. But yeah, Jason got me all choked up right now. Yeah, he was a good person. Damn, I hate to end it like that. God dang. Let me drink some water real quick.
Let me ask you this. What were your feelings driving up here today? I mean, were a lot of memories coming? I mean, it's a new facility, but a lot of memories coming back? Or
Yeah, it was awesome, man. I took the same route that I used to take to the stadium, pulling in. I went through my same routine, kind of. In the morning, got up, had to go to the gym and get it off me a little bit, and everyone in the gym knows me in there, so everyone was all excited for me, and that was fun. But just to take that ride with my family one more time. Damn, Jason got me choked up. I know he's sitting somewhere in this, but that's what it is. He's somewhere in here. But
Mike, is your brother up for a few questions?
yeah. Come on, yeah, Keith. Hey, what I will tell you is retirement makes you soft as hell. Yeah. Here goes Marquise, guys.
Hell, I'm over there crying because of Jason too, but man, yeah, my daughters make me a little bit softer in life, but yeah, heck yeah, how you guys?
What was it like to kind of watch his career from, I guess, a bit of afar?
It's so crazy that people always ask that question. I always looked up to Mike. Mike was the better player in my eyes, and he used to always joke around. Damn, y'all got me crying up here about Jason and Mike, bro. But yeah, Mike used to always. I think Mike's path was a lot harder than mine. You know, what I mean, I played with Big Ben. I had Antonio Brown, Le'Veon, and all the great players. So I think that for him to have the success he had and the way he's viewed down here, it meant a lot more to the family. So that question goes that then y'all gonna ask me a question about my twin brother up here. It's crazy, but yeah, I always looked up to Mike, and I always thought Mike was the better player. I know I got a lot more of the recognition, so that'll be a part of any other speech I have down the line. But I always looked at Mike as the biggest brother and the greatest thing and figure out in my life. So y'all take that for what it is, and y'all go look at the film like Mike said. Hell, I used to watch. I used to go home and instead of even watching my game, I used to go straight to watch Mike's game. Like, let me see how he played before I go judge myself. But yeah, Mike was a hell of a player, man. He had a lot more respect down here from the organization, the players, and it still shows to the day how we carry our business when we go around places. He made that legacy possible for us, so we had to move back to Lakeland and just have our Lakeland fans. So.
Like getting to work beside him now with the new business and all the stuff you get to do now.
It's just been exciting, man, because like Mike said, man, when they retired 30 years old and to have the success we had, I think, Buzzy and his wife Kim and, our liqueur business, it just gave us a more, I think, a brighter outlook in life, just not to have real estate and say, hey, we own this building or own these apartments. I think it gives us more life to be around things and show our kids something that, aspire to be something in life. And I think that's really huge on me and Mike, how and our family did it to us, It's still on a day-to-day basis, not just to have money, but go work. Have a schedule, have something to have look further in life for, and that's what we're trying to instill in our kids, because they're blessed, they're spoiled, they get every damn present they want. So more than anything, you better bring home them straight A's, kids, for sure.
I believe I saw you guys in training camp. You guys have a little league football team too?
Yeah, so Mike does the travel football team. His son's a star quarterback, man. He ain't playing no line, so he better be able to throw that football for sure. Big Ben told him, he taught him as soon as we retired, told him to put the quarter in the pocket. So that's his little tip for him to make it down the line. But yeah, Mike has a travel football team, man. We've been involved in that part. We got the foundation that we've been having for 13 years now. We're actually in the discussions. I'm glad you asked about this, but we're actually bringing something to the University of Florida here at the end of the month. We wanted to put together a development branch, a skill development branch for the kids there to have an actual mentorship to, bring back to the universities to show the kids that, man, we're giving these kids hundreds of thousands of dollars and they don't even know how to write a check. So let's start teaching these kids a little bit something different in their life. So for sure. But yeah, man, it's about Mike Pouncey, man, and go Dolphins for sure.
All right, now that I got myself together. Let's finish this up so we can get the happy hour.
So how did the little one get to be a quarterback instead of line?
Well,
How did he get away?
he turned out a little bit like his mom. He didn't get out here. So she a little bit smaller, but I feel like that position, especially at his age, it teaches you the game a little bit faster. I know he wants to be a wide receiver, but I'm like, man, if you know the game at that position, then it makes you a better football player. It gives you an advantage of everybody else on the football field. And so just me, going through this whole process from Little League all the way to the NFL kind of just, prepared me for me to have a son and be like, what, if I ever have a son, I'm going to make sure he goes on this path to be successful. And I know that's the best way to be.
Got a good NIL deal.
Oh
too.
yeah. Oh, we're gonna get them all that. Yeah. You guys wrapped up? How'd the thing do? Good. Send it to me.
Hey, we rate runners.
Yeah, I told you we run it. You better ask the pivot. We run it up. Yeah. They would never ask me about Jason, man. It would have been a lot better. They got me choked up with Jason, man. But now, I do want to say this though, because now that I'm a little bit better, but to the Jason Jenkins family, I wish them the best, because for what Jason did for this community, what he did for the Miami Dolphins is irreplaceable. There's nobody that's gonna be able to replace that man. And to his family, I want to say sorry, and I hope you guys are doing well. Thank you.